In the news today, Samsung's new screen technology that they'll be using in the Note 20 series. iPhone prices look crazy good, and also delays for the Pixel 4a maybe. So we got the mother of all leaks when it came to the Note 20 series yesterday. They are using some new screen technology in those phones. Not to mention the phones are getting bigger and getting longer aspect ratios as well to come in line with what we saw with the S20 series. We learned a lot more about the screen technology that Samsung are using though after I covered the initial leaks yesterday. LTPO is a backplane screen technology that can be implemented to essentially reduce the battery drain on smartphones. So you can get anywhere from a 10 to 15% reduction in battery drain compared to the other OLED screen technologies we're using right now. That is obviously quite a big deal because the screen is one of the biggest battery drawers of a phone, and reducing that battery drain by up to 15% is obviously quite a big jump for the technology. But another benefit of LTPO is that it can allow for variable refresh rates in the screen. As we know, the move to 120Hz is making high refresh rates a norm in smartphones right now. But the question remains how you can switch between refresh rates when you don't need those high refresh rates to save on battery life. Well, with this LTPO technology, you can actually switch to any refresh rate that you want, 120Hz, 60Hz, or even down to 1Hz. So the screen will refresh 1 time per second, and that's really important for battery saving tasks, for example, always on displays. We have seen variable refresh rate screens before, and they are used at the moment. For example, the OnePlus 8 Pro has a variable refresh rate. That panel actually made by Samsung Display, but it can switch between 120Hz and 60Hz. In the OnePlus 8 Pro, when you aren't using or touching the screen, it will actually default and reduce down to 60Hz to save some battery life. When you touch the screen again and start using it, if you've chosen it, it will go back up to that 120Hz refresh rate. The benefits to battery draw and battery drain are obvious with this, but the ability to go all the way down to 1Hz and anything in between 1 and 120Hz is obviously just giving more choice for the manufacturer. According to Ross Young as well, 1440p, that's Quad HD plus resolution, and 120Hz refresh rate can be used together. LTPO, this will be available. Of course, it's up to Samsung if they want to give that to us and enable it, but I don't see any reason why they'd not give it to us. Whilst Ice Universe did say that Ross's information and leaks were incredibly accurate in regards to the hardware being implemented on these phones. So yeah, we can be pretty sure that we're getting some very unique and new hardware, keeping Samsung right up at the top when it comes to screen hardware in smartphones. In the news as well, a lot to do with Apple implementing 120Hz in the iPhone 12 series, or at least the Pro models. But it was mentioned that iPhone will still be using LTPS technology, the technology that's around at the moment, and won't be using this new LTPO technology. So it should mean that variable refresh rates and battery lives probably will be slightly better from that screen tech in the Note 20 series, other than the iPhone, which will be using the technology that we already have. And that maybe next year will be the year that Apple could actually go and use LTPO technology as well. We'll have to wait and see what the real world difference is between the technologies in terms of battery life and screen quality, resolution and refresh rate, and also what Samsung can do with that 1Hz refresh rate in terms of always on displays. So after many weeks of specs leaks, Geekbench listings, price leaks, hands-on videos, and even full-out camera reviews of the Pixel 4a, it looks like we may get a week or so delay for the device. New rumors have pushed back the launch of the phone till the 3rd of June. Google are holding an Android 11 event on the 3rd of June, and so they may want to release the phone at around the same time. Nothing for sure yet, but it's coming very, very soon, so watch out for it. And once again, we get leaks from John Prosser about the prices for the iPhone 12 series, and those two lower end models, they are just crazy cheap for iPhones anyway. So both the 5.4 inch and the 6.1 inch models leaked by John to come out at $649 and $749 respectively. These are, by the way, fully fledged flagship iPhone 12 models, multiple cameras, OLED displays, 5G connectivity. There are some drawbacks or some things taken out of the phone. So 2 cameras in each, which isn't as much as the Pro models, but it's definitely a step up over the iPhone 11 and those previous iPhones, those budget type iPhones. They won't either have high refresh rate screens like the Pro models, although it's not confirmed that the Pro models will have it yet, but Apple are definitely trying to put it into those phones. That just does sound like very good value when you look at the specs and the price. So I hand the question off to you. Do you think that's a really good price for an iPhone and those specs? Or do you think wait 6 months and Android phones are going to be coming way down in price and still be giving Apple a run for their money? Let me know in the comments. All right, that's it for your tech news today. Subscribe to the other channel for way more content as well. And I'll see you in the next one.